The second day of the filing of certificates of candidacy for the 2025 national and local elections has come to a close. To give us updates, John Eric Mendoza is joining us live from Manila. Eric, any prominent politicians and personalities who filed their COCs today?
Yes, Neil, among those who filed their COCs today are incumbent and returning politicians. Re-electionist Senator Amy Marcos was joined by her mother, former First Lady Imelda Marcos. Marcos supporters were also present to cheer Senator Amy. They were accompanied by a marching band. The senator said she remains in the Nacionalista Party despite begging off to be part of the administration's slate. However, Marcos did not categorically answer if she is seeking the endorsement of Vice President Sara Duterte. Senator Lito Lapid and former Senators Tito Soto and Panfilo Lacson also filed their COCs. After filing, Lapid did not grant reporters an interview. On the other hand, Soto bared his proposal on right-sizing, including budget reform. Meanwhile, Lacson said he is a perfect fit for the administration as a fiscalizer in the Senate. He was also asked if he would push for parliamentary courtesy for the office of the Vice President during budget hearings. Lacson said that while it's a time-honored tradition, there's no way for senators to be prevented from asking questions. As for party list groups, Magdalo and a handful of nominees lodged their certificate of nomination and acceptance today. Magdalo first nominee Gary Alejano said there's a big possibility for him to file impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte, just like he did to former President Rodrigo Duterte. Neil, the COC filing also attracted curious personalities. A traffic enforcer, a man who claimed to be an heir to the Marcos family, and a woman who vowed to curse Comelec should it declare her a nuisance candidate, again joined today's event. The appearance of internet personality Deo Balbuena, popularly known as Diwata, also came as a surprise. Balbuena is the fourth nominee of Vendor's party list. However, party list group could only win no more than 3 seats, making it unlikely for Balbuena to have a seat in the 20th Congress. Neil?
Eric, meron lang akong katanungan. Kanina, pinapanood ko yung mga videos kasi after nila mag-file dyan ng COC, I believe, sila, they are given the opportunity to say their piece and then maybe take questions from the media. And kanina, isa dun sa mga napanood ko na aspiring candidates mentioned na 2 beses na siyang tinatanggal ng Comelec doon sa final list ng mga kandidato sa eleksyon. And this is the 3rd time na tatakbo siya para sa pagka-senador. And na-mention niya, and she claimed that the reason given to her by Comelec for being removed from the official list of the candidates ay yung pagiging mahirap daw niya. Sinasabi nga niya kanina, ang supporters daw niya, siya ay mahirap para sa mahirap. So, ano ang masasabi ng Comelec dito sa mga allegations of them removing candidates because of their inability to support their campaign?
Yes, Neil. Na-address dito ng Comelec earlier, si Comelec Chairman George Erwin Garcia. Sabi niya, wala naman silang karapatan at hindi pinapayagan ng ating saligang batas na tutulan o hadlangan ng mga tao na gustong tumakbo pa maglingkod sa bayan, na tumakbo sa sumalang sa larangan ng politika. Pero kasi kailangan natin maintindihan, maraming limitasyon, di ba, na kailangan din silang isaalang-alang. Halimbawa, yung number ng kandidato, syempre, limitado ang number ng balota na pwedeng ilagay. So, hindi natin alam sa ngayon, hindi pa natin alam sa ngayon at aalamin pa natin itong eksaktong circumstances dito nga sa sinasabi mong kaso kung saan na siya daw ay disqualified dahil siya ay mahirap. Ngunit, ang mga common kasi na dahilan kung ba't nadi-disqualify ang isang kandidato is yung inability to launch a nationwide campaign. So, syempre, alam naman natin kapag kailangan mo ng makinarya, kailangan mo ng pera, so mahirap tumakbo kung wala ka nga naman pera. Pero wala naman kasing official na sinabi na talagang barred ka dahil mahirap ka, no? Then, may mga ibang reason din kasi na ang exact term ng Supreme Court is yung putting mockery into our election system. Hindi kasi clearly defined kung ano ba yung sinasabi ng Supreme Court na mockery. So, it's now up to the Comelec kung paano nila i-define yun. So, again, this is case-to-case basis. may mga candidates or may mga aspirants rather na inaakyat nila sa Supreme Court yan at kinakatigan sila ng korte. So ayun, case to case basis ito at sa ngayon aalamin natin kung ano ang exact circumstances na kumapaloob dito sa instance na ito ni.
Kasi Eric, meron tayong tinatawag na nuisance candidates, no? So, paano ina-identify ba ng COMELEC whether an aspiring candidate is a legitimate candidate or a nuisance candidate?
Alright, so meron kasing masasabi natin na hindi ganon ka-clear-cut yung distinction with the nuisance candidate dahil una, tulad nga na nabanggit ko kanina, itong operative word is making a mockery, hindi ba? So, sinabi na ng COMELEC na it's up to them to define the word mockery according to Chairman Garcia kanina. May instances kasi, for example, in local elections, may mga pinapatakbo na for example, same surname, same first name, 'di ba? So parang magkakaroon
Yung
ng
mga
to create confusion.
one-letter differences lamang para ma-confuse
like,
yung mga
before,
voters.
'di ba? Correct. Like yung kay Roel Degamo, one letter difference ito yung sa may Negros Oriental,
Yep.
Then meron din itong mga cases, itong isang animal welfare advocate na inakyat niya sa Supreme Court yung kaso niya dahil dineklara siya ng COMELEC as nuisance candidate dahil una siya ay isang independent candidate at wala siyang party and yun nga na hindi siya kilala. So nag-rule ang court noon na parang hindi sapat na basehan nito na dahil wala kang party at hindi ka well known ay may ideklara ka na nuisance candidate. So nila safe to say na case to case basis yung mga ganitong instances sa pagkakadeklara sa nuisance candidate.
Okay, maraming salamat Eric. That's John Eric Mendoza reporting live from Manila.